Hello everyone, I just wanted to do another garden update. So we're still fighting with the tomato on those same plants. Those are looking good, but these poor guys here, they're the same exact variety, just purchased at a different store. They're not doing too good, and I did spray with neem oil and fertilize them with slow release fertilizer and also worm castings. So they're just not doing too good, but I think I may have solved the issue other than being just a poor plant from a poor store. And then this is the parsley. I can't tell if it's coming up. I think so, because looking at some of the leaves, that it looks like parsley, but parsley and grass look the same when they're about the same stage of growth. So thinking it's parsley, because that leaf right there is looking like parsley. This whole row is starting to slowly come up, and my two onions are doing really well. And then these plants, they're starting to do the same thing. They also are curling up, but no bugs. The same spots. No bugs. I sprayed them all, and I'm only watering at the base. The marigolds are coming up too, so not sure. As you can tell, I don't have any leaves low, and all I'm seeing is just the damage from, let's see if I can get this in the sun better. And the leaves are just drying up. And they're doing better, but this is all the same variety. It all came, it was a 6-pack of the same kind from the same store. This one, I think I caught it in time because it's looking so much better. But yeah, everything's doing really good. And then my cherry tomatoes are excellent. I mean, look at all the blossoms on this one. It's just blooming everywhere. We have a lot of pollinators. We have honeybees out here like crazy. So we have good pollination. Lots of flowers on the bell peppers. I mean, we've got nice size bell peppers coming up. Lots of buds. So, doing pretty good on those. Those are the younger plants, and then the taller plants. You can see I don't want everything fruiting and coming all in at the same time. So I did stair step the growth on these. But they're all flowering, doing good. And then these are the different variety. Those were all green bell peppers, and then these are the sweeter bell pepper from Bonnie, the orange bell pepper. And then these are my Walla Walla onions that are all doing good. They're starting to bulb out, as you can see, right there. So So as soon as they get a little bit more green on them, I'll cut them back, the green. But they only have like 2 stalks of green leaves on them. They had a hard time taking to the dirt, so they're starting to do a little bit better. That one's got 4. Right. Let's see if I can zoom in. It's hard to walk and talk at the same time, but there you go. That one's doing better on the green. And then this is spinach. And spinach. So it's, again, nothing's eating it. It's just slow taking because I think I planted it too late. And my bunch onions, they're not doing too good. Just have to water them more because we haven't had a good soaking rain, and then when it did rain, it just never dried up. So it's either too wet or too dry. And then the beets, I gotta really thin. Once they get a little bit bigger, I'll thin them. So I think I spilled them right there. There's a whole bunch there, so I'll try to see if they'll transplant. I'm sorry, that's not beets, that's a basil. And then this is my dark Detroit beets. Gotta fix the sign, the dogs must have knocked it over. As you can see from the dog prints. But they're starting to come in. Oh, this is beets. And this was supposed to be carrots, but I added more tomatoes. And I had to water them really heavy this morning because they were all drooped over. And then this is chives I planted a couple days ago, so getting everything watered. Watered it last night. And so chives. It's all right here. And then this is oregano to here. And then it goes into another herb, just seed, so nothing's come up. This is dill. And then this is sage. Nothing coming up, just planted it. And then this row is okra, which is nothing. And then that row is green beans, bush type green bean. And I planted them about 3 inches apart. So we should have a full row of green beans. And those are the Fairy Morris kind. Let's see if I can get a picture. Fairy Morris. The Blue Lake 274, which is what the UT Extension Office said was the best for my area. And then we have the trellis system up for upright trellis growing on squash, cucumbers, zucchini. So I put 1 seed in each, where each pole is. And on this side is the yellow squash. And we have 3 seeds. I started off with 3 seeds in each hole because I was just running out of room. With as big as my garden is, I couldn't believe I was running out of room. But I put three seeds where each pole is so that I can start clamping them on the way up and keep them up off the ground. And when they start growing, I'll thin them out to just one each on those. So that's yellow squash, which is the early summer crook by Burpees Organic. And then This is the dark green zucchini. I did the same thing, but I just put one seed all the way down on each pole there. And then this side is straight 8 cucumbers, also burpees, organic. And I put one seed on each one, and I went ahead and did the netting to see if that's any count or not, but I put more supports on it because I figured it'd be heavier holding all the cucumbers. And on this side we had extra seed, so we did this half with no netting is the zucchini, and then that little bit of netting is the cucumbers. And on this side here, as you can see, we're this side that's damp, all that is peaches and cream corn. And I planted the rows this way, real close together. So like you can see where the holes are. There's 2 kernels in each hole. And I just fill up the holes with water and a little bit of compost to get them growing. And then that section over there, we'll be getting a dump about 3 tractor buckets of compost. And all that's going to be my sweet potato patch. So nothing, that's the only thing that doesn't have anything planted in it. And hopefully we'll get everything done. So I'm going to be doing some companion planting on the trellises to help pollination and bugs. So I actually have, sorry about that, I'll plant zinnias in between each one. And also a couple other flowers that are supposed to be really good to help keep the bugs off and help with the pollination. So that's the only thing really I have left to plant. And then as like the more spring type, like the row of the spinach and green onions, then I'll start planting stuff like collards or whatever in the fall. So as things start rotating out, then I'll start planting in the fall. But that's the look of it so far. And we got to get to busy working, pressure washing the house and the deck so we can get it all sealed and cleaned and help out the in-laws there. But that's what they're doing right now, working on the porch there. And the peach tree is doing pretty good. That poor fella didn't make it this winter. And let's go walk over and take a look at the grapes. I haven't updated you on the grapes here lately. And with the warm and cool weather, we lost the one peach that we had on the tree. Poor thing. It just needs to get pruned and worked on this year. So we had, originally, we had a grapevine there, a grapevine there, a grapevine there. But those didn't make it. It's just too much shade, I think, underneath these trees for them. But this one is just loving it. Sorry for the noise, just pressure washing. But you can see there's grapes starting to form. And I'll have to ask what variety. But there's just grapes. 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 Kind of give you an idea of the size, but there's more and more. You just gonna have to trellis it. Start winding it the other way. And start trellising it to grow. Give it some more room, but you can see all underneath it. Grapes, 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 grapes. And what I'll do is I'll try to buy some of those mesh nets, really big nets, and I'll put it around each one of these because I want to keep the squirrels and the birds from eating it. But we've got so many different branches here. I'm going to try to trellis it the other way because the grapes need a room to grow. Let's see if we can't wrap it. It's just growing on each other. And try to trellis it along that way and split it up and let it go down. But it's trying to. But that's the update on the grapes, guys. And everything's doing good. Horse is out in the pasture for pasture rotation for my neighbors, which are my brother and sister-in-law. And 2 of the horses are gone. They're out on trail ride this weekend. So, but that's the garden update. Please like and subscribe. I will tell you the nitty-gritty, the goods and the bad on this garden and how everything's doing. And I will be researching the best variety for Middle Tennessee area, Zone 6 with the UT Extension Office. With everything that I picked, the varieties I picked is from their report. And just trying to do everything as natural as possible. Planted enough for us and the wildlife and the bugs. So we'll see what we can do and try to keep it as natural as possible so that we know what we're eating, instead of all the stuff from the grocery store that is questionable these days. So just stay with me and I will keep these short little quick videos and updates once a week. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe. Thanks.